Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? You are up in the cabinet next to Pee-Pee's Cheese Whiz for his medicine. We have two different kinds. We have American and cheddar. He likes the cheddar better. I wanted to start my vlog today. So if you watch my vlog from yesterday, I slept straight through the night. I went to bed at like 10 something. I got a great night's sleep. I woke up. I always say I'm not a morning person, but then when I get up in the morning and I get a lot done, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of a morning person. Can I just tell you that I just went and trimmed my beard, and I usually trim it on a 5, and I trimmed it on a 3, and can you guys see how short it is? I'm not really happy with it. But I will tell you that, so you can kind of see like really what I look like without a beard a little bit. But I can tell you within like a day or two, it'll be back. So, I've got a recovery commitment that I'm getting ready to go do here in just a little bit, but I wanted to show some things on here first. Since I have been up this morning, I have uploaded my vlog. I did a review video of the Starbucks Cocoa Caramel Cloud Macchiato or whatever. And then I came home and I filmed a video for my Peter Monn channel. And then I sat outside and I read all the meditations. It's absolutely beautiful outside today. Let me show you. It is so pretty outside. See how short my beard is? You're probably like, no, it's not that short. See how pretty it is outside? Blue skies. It's a little cloudy, but not really. So, I want to get all my stuff done, and then when I come home, I'm hoping I can go to the pool for a little bit. That's my plan. Get a little bit of sun today. So, I want to give some shout-out thank yous to people that have sent me some things. Oh, shoot. Let me go see if I can find it. Hold on a second. I had it written down in here. Here it is, right here. The dogs are literally following me around my every move right now. Pee-Pee is sitting right there resting. Okay. First things first, I would like to give a thank you to Diane, who she actually sent me a Starbucks like gift card via email for my birthday. And it was like 3 weeks ago, and I had it written down on a Post-it note to thank her. So thank you so much, Diane. That was really, really gracious, and I really appreciate it. That was so nice. So yeah, so she sent me that via email. And then, okay, I wanted to show you some other things. I got this. Did I show you my tie-dye stuff that I ordered from Amazon? I got this tie-dye shirt because I was feeling like in the mood to have a tie-dye shirt because I haven't in a long time. It is literally like brand new tie-dye. You can feel it. It's kind of like still hard. I wore it for my tie-dye Frappuccino review. And then I got a sweatshirt upstairs too that matches. They're still a little tight on me. I got extra larges, so they're a little tight on me. And I also cleaned up part of the kitchen this morning. So anything that you see over there, which you shouldn't be looking over there, that's like stuff that I'm going to review on my review channel, and stuff that I was sent to take pictures of for Instagram. So anyway, not paid sponsorships, but they sent me things, which was really nice. Okay, the next thing I showed this on my main channel, or my Peter Monn channel, but I wanted to shout this out. Billy Ann sent this to me, this lip balm, and this is Treat Marshmallow Moisture Stick for anywhere and everywhere. USDA organic, and it's really nice. It smells just like a Rice Krispie treat. It's really, really nice. So thank you so much, Billy Ann. And she sent me a cute little note. She said, Jane, I picked this up at the swap meet shopping with my good Judy and thought you might enjoy trying it. See you at the Chinese buffet for Bridge Club Tuesday, which is cute. Okay, and then I also want to thank, if I haven't already, Leanne, who sent me a Starbucks little gift card for my birthday as well. So thank you so much, Leanne. I may have shown that already. I'm not sure. Okay. Then oh, wait. I got one other show. I have like a really nice show and tell here. Well, did I just get a paper cut? Damnation. Did I? I cleaned out that cabinet the other day, and now a lot of my candle waxes are down there because they were sitting on the counter, and it was, I think my husband was getting kind of over it, and I was too, honestly. Okay, so Jackie sent me this Revlon Kiss Exfoliating Sugar Lip Balm with a nice little note inside of it. So thank you so much, Jackie. I'm going to try that today. She sent me this very nice little note. Okay, and then I'm saving this thing right here for last. My mother-in-law just got back from her whirlwind trip of going to San Diego to visit Fufu and his girlfriend, and then she went up to San Francisco to visit Alex's cousin, and then she went to Las Vegas to visit Maya, Alex's cousin, and then back to San Diego, and now she's home. And Alex picked her up at the airport the other day. So she got me this little fan magnet from Las Vegas. Is that not so cute? Hello. And so I'll put it right up here. She got Alex little champagne glasses from Las Vegas. And then she got me, so she was trapped when we were coming back from Florida. She was trapped in North Carolina. I don't know if you remember me talking about that, about how she, like, her plane got all, like, turned around. So she actually bought me this little keychain from North Carolina when she was there. So she got that for me. And then she got me this t-shirt, which is it's from San Francisco, and it says the city on it. How cute is that? So anyway, that's what my mother-in-law brought me. It was very nice. Very nice. It feels like I have a paper cut, but I don't have a paper cut. Okay, now, I don't want to read this letter to you. It's by Yvonda, and she came to visit a family member nearby, and she was trying to get in touch with me, and I actually didn't get her email until after she sent this to me in the mail. Now, I don't even really know how to express in this video how much this means to me without getting real choked up. So, and I'll tell the story later, but if you've heard my recovery story, you know that on New Year's Eve when I was in treatment, I wasn't able to go out to the New Year's dance. So, I stayed back, and I had just finished my last Michael Crichton book, and I asked the guy that was working at the counter, who later became a friend of mine, I said, do you guys have anything good to read? And he threw me the basic text. And the last paragraph on of the basic text changed my life. And I talked about this in a lot of videos. I've talked about it in a lot of vlogs. And so Yvonda sent me a very, very nice letter that is very personal. I'm not going to read it to you. But she sent me this, and then she's had this made for me. So this is fantastic. And it says Monn at the top, and then it says my sobriety date, December 17th, 1994. Abandon yourself to God as you understand God, admit your faults to Him and to your fellows, clear away the wreckage of the past. Give freely of what you find and join us. We shall be with you in the fellowship of the Spirit, and you will surely meet some of us as you trudge the road of happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you until then. And then she has my birthday at the bottom of this. And around the edge, she has needle pointed this herself, and she has around the edge of it needle pointed slogans. If you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got. One day at a time. Keep it simple. If you don't know what you don't know is a lot, which is one of mine. First things first. Take what you need and leave the rest. Be thankful for the lessons, and easy does it. It all passes. And I cannot even begin to tell you how much this means to me. When I share that story, I talk about how I did not know what it meant to trudge the road of happy destiny, but I knew that I wanted it. I knew I was sad. I knew I was miserable. I knew I was lonely, and all I wanted was some happiness in my life. And it is, the last couple years have been hard for me, as I've had a lot of my friends go back out, and I've talked to you guys about that. And this will forever be a daily reminder of where I came from, where I was, and where I'm at now. And what got me there. So I just really want you to know, Yvonda, how much this truly means to me. And I really, really appreciate it. And I already know where it's going. So thank you so much. And I love you. And I thank you so much for all of you guys for sending me stuff. I'm going to go now to my recovery commitment. Yeah, and then I will be back later today. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm back. Fresh out of the shower. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. I just took a shower, and I used this lotion that Alex brought home or got as a gift or something. I don't know, but it's called like, I don't know what the brand is, but it's called Beach Fire. It's like some upscale kind of like gift shop lotion or something. You know what I'm talking about? I don't, salon lotion or something. It is so nice. And it smells kind of spicy. Okay, this is at its end. I'm gonna have to throw this out. It's now hurting me. But the lotion is so nice. And then, like, I let my hair like just naturally dry a little bit. And then I forgot, because I haven't used it in a while. It's probably outdated and I don't really care. But I used that Lush Mr. Dandy's hair candy that I love. Or hair, whatever it's called. Oh my God, I love that stuff. I forgot how good it smells. And I put that in my hair, so it kind of just, yeah, beachy. I'm beachy tonight. Beach lotion, beach hair. And then I bought these 2 colognes, and I don't love them. They're Hugo Boss. They're 2 different flavors. 2 different flavors. 2 different Hugo Bosses, and I don't really like either one of them. But I'm trying to use them as kind of like daily colognes. I want to go buy some new cologne this week. I was gonna buy myself a bottle of Creed for my birthday, and I never did, because I was like, I want to wait until we go to Vegas to have it for then. So I think I'm gonna go and buy it next week sometime, or the week after. And yeah, and then I might get another cologne too. We'll see. I'm kind of saving some money so I could buy some cologne. I love cologne so much. And there's like, well, here, I'll just pull in here in a second and I'll read you guys all of the colognes that, so I was looking on different articles about different colognes that are like the best colognes of 2019, and I'm very particular when it comes to cologne. And I will tell you this, one of the things that I have found is, and this is why I'm kind of mad at myself about the whole Hugo Boss thing, because each of them were like 50 or 60 bucks. And that could have been one cologne that I really, really liked. But I thought I was gonna like it because I smelled it on somebody else. And I think I must have bought the wrong one, or it doesn't smell the same on me, or whatever. So I need to go around and smell some different colognes. But, where are all my cologne pictures? Hold on a second. Do you guys screenshot stuff that you want to buy? I do that all the time. I have all these circle coin necklaces that I want to get. This one's called an Athena coin necklace. It's $200. I won't be getting that now. When I found all these coin necklaces for like 40 bucks and 20 bucks. Okay. I mean, literally, here, you guys like, look. Oh, hold on a second. It's like I was like looking, you can't see it anyway, but I was looking at all different kinds of necklaces. Okay, John Varvatos times Nick Jonas cologne for men. I want to smell it. I heard it was actually a pretty good celebrity cologne, although I don't usually like celebrity colognes, especially for men. Jean Paul Gaultier for men, male and navy. I used to like the old school one, but it was like, it's really like strong. I like woodsy smells that have like patchouli and cedar in them, and I like really, really unique smells. By Redo, men's 11th hour. These are expensive colognes. Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme. So Alex had that. I used to wear it. I got a lot of compliments on it. I don't know that I would actually buy it though. Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla. I've wanted to get that for a long time. Alex hates it, and it's expensive too. Sauvage by Christian Dior. I've heard good things about that. Now these, I think that you can get at Sephora. It's called, the Replica is the brand. New Maison Sailing Day. Creed, Tom Ford, Neroli, Portofino. I need to smell that one. I haven't smelled that. Replica, Jazz Club. I actually smelled that. So I'm almost positive it is Sephora that I smelled it at. And those are pretty reasonably priced. Pink Pepper, Rum, Absolute, Tobacco Leaf, and Vanilla. We actually can't love this cologne any more than we already do. Versace Eros. I feel like I've smelled that on somebody. Prada, L'Homme Prada. I like Prada Black. That's our wedding. Prada Black is our wedding scent. So Alex and I got a gift from a friend of ours. It was like a special edition Prada Black, and she bought it for us for our wedding and gave it to us in Vegas, and so that's what we wore the whole week while we were out there, both of us. And so anytime I wear that, it reminds me of our wedding. Joe Malone, Oud and Bergamot. Valentina Uomo. Bottle is really pretty. Tom Ford again. Yeah, those are the ones. So if you have a cologne to suggest to me, let me know. I used to also wear, what's it called? Bleecker Street. Bond, number 9, Bleecker Street. But it's really a light scent. Like, I have to wear a lot of it to even smell it. So I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite scents. I mean, I love it when I smell it on other people, but it's so expensive. It's like $300 and you have to wear a lot of it, or you can't really smell it on you. And Creed is expensive too, but Creed, you like really don't have to spray a lot on. And I think the last time I made a bottle of Creed last me like $600, or $600 is about how much it is. About 6 months. It's about how long I made it last. So I want to get a bottle of Creed because I love that. And I'm kind of at the point now where I think I'm going to quit doing like the daily colognes. Like I usually wear during the day like Michael Kors for Men or Chanel Blue. But I bought the Michael Kors for Men because it's been like this. I know you guys are like, I could care less. It's been this cologne that I've worn ever since I was in my early 20s. My mom bought me my very first bottle. It's been discontinued. I bought it on Overstock.com because you can't buy it anywhere else. And like, it is a cologne that like every time I wear it, people say things to me about it. Not one person says it can smell it on me. I can't smell it on myself. I think it's watered down. I think it's out. I think I bought a bad, and it's whatever because it's Overstock. So I mean, it's, you know, I didn't pay that much for it. But I think instead of buying like these colognes that, I would rather have like a cologne that I really, really like. You know what I mean? Like just one. And then wear it sparsely, I guess. I don't know. And then Alex got me a bottle of this Aqua Gio or whatever. And I wear that quite a bit. Like if we go on dates and stuff like that, like I, you know, wear that cologne. But so anyway, I'm gonna do a little cologne shopping. I always wait till like the beginning of the month when I've got like all the bills paid and everything else to see like, and I've talked about this on here before, like if you're a shopper, if you like to buy things at all, like this is one of the things I do, is I set money aside just for that. And if I have, you know, a certain amount of money, and then I go and I can shop with it. And if there's nothing that I really want, and this happens a lot of months, I'll just push it over to the next month, you know, and then when I buy something, I don't feel bad about it because I've set that money aside, you know, and I always pay my bills first. I always do that and put money into savings and things like that. You always need to pay yourself first and put money into savings. Even if it's just $5 or $10, you need to do that. I remember when God, this is, I don't know, like 15 years ago, well, this was my personal savings account, but I started like really not putting a lot of money in it at a time. I mean, literally like $10 on it at a time. And I remember finally, like, I would just put like $10 here, $10 there. If somebody like, you know, if my aunt gave me like a $50 bill for Christmas or something, I would like put it in my savings account. And my mom had done that too. And one day I like looked at my savings account. I didn't really ever look at my balance. I just kind of would put it in there, you know? Now I check my balance diligently on everything. And I always have with my checkbook, but with my savings, I didn't. And one day I looked in there and I had like $1,500 and I was like, oh my gosh, you know? And so then I started making a more committed effort to put money into savings. You know, and the thing is that, like, you never know what you're gonna need. Like, I was talking about my air conditioner the other night, you know, or, you know, like, whatever, you know, like a water heater. You never know what you're gonna need money for. And so, to have that money set aside, it's nice to have savings. I wish, you know, I had more of it, but it's nice that I have something. We're gonna go get a Diet Coke at McDonald's. I went outside today. I got quite a bit of sun. So here was my day. I was on the back patio, reading meditation, screwing around. I got a bunch of sun out there. I read for a while. You can't really see tonight that I got any sun, but I did. I feel like I'm radiating heat. Our air conditioner right now, well, today the heat index was over 100 and the humidity was really bad. And there was like a heat warning in Indianapolis. So we have our air conditioner usually set to 69, 70, and it was set at 69, and I came in this evening or this afternoon, and Alex had just gotten home, and he was done feeding the dogs, and he was working on some stuff on his computer, and I said, it's kind of warm in here, and I looked at the air conditioning thermostat. This is so weird that I was just talking about this too, and it said 71, and I said, I hope our air conditioner isn't broken. And he goes, it's not broken. And I go, I'm worried, you know? So I went outside and I looked at the unit. The unit looked completely fine. It was running, the blades were fine, everything was clean. So he was like, Alex said, I think it's just because it's so hot outside. Well, we also had like the back windows, not open, like they weren't, you know, open, but we had like the blind, like the, what do you call it, the curtains open. So I shut the curtains, and because it was just so hot, I think it was like bringing a lot of sun into the living room and stuff. And I said, let's move it up to 70. Like, let's move it from 69 to 70, because I don't want to overheat the air conditioner. But that was at like 5. Oh, and then it went up to 72. And then I just left. It's 12:36. And I just left, and it was still at 72. So I don't know what is going on, but I hope that we're not gonna have a problem. It feels cool inside the house. The house feels cool. And when you have the bedroom doors, I forgot to take those folding chairs out of my back. I have our chairs for when we go to the park and stuff. I have them in the back of the, kind of in the summer, I don't know where you live, but like if you live in the Midwest, people do that. We just leave our chairs back there in case you go somewhere, like then you just pull out your chairs and there they are. And we have really nice ones too that we got at like Walmart or Meijer. I think we got them at Walmart. I can't remember now, or maybe Target. No, I think we got them at Walmart. And they're like backpack chairs. And they were literally like 20 bucks. They're so nice. But anyway, so yeah, that was the deal with the air conditioner, and it feels good. And like if you have the bedroom doors open and stuff, that the draft of air moves in our house so slow. So I don't know, maybe that's part of it. Feels good in here though. And then what else did I do? I had my sobriety commitment thing that I did today. And then after that, well, I got a coffee at Starbucks at some point. Another one. Not the one that I reviewed. Another one. And drank that. And what else did I do? Had all my videos done, like real early. They were all done by the time that I left the house at like 11:45. I can't believe I got up that early this morning. And what else did I do? Oh, I went for a night swim tonight. Alex didn't want to go. I said to him, I go, are you going to go for me? Because he's not a big, like, swimmer. Like, Alex will go, like, if we go to the beach, he'll get, like, in the water, like, a couple times. If we lay by the pool, he'll get, like, in the water when he's hot. But Alex is by no means, like, I mean, he loves to swim. Like, I mean, he's a good swimmer and he likes to swim. But he's by no means, like, a swimmer. Like, I'm a person that, like, plays in the pool. You know what I mean? Like, I can be in a pool for an hour. I am not a person that can lay out for a long period of time. I used to be able to. I used to, like, back in the day, you know, lay out by the pool and listen to music and all that. I just can't do it anymore. I have a hard time reading, even like being out and reading anymore. I used to love that. But he was like, yeah, sure, babe, I'll go to the pool with you some night if you want to go. And so I went tonight by myself, and there was nobody there. Well, they have, like, between certain hours, they have adult swim, so that there aren't kids up there right to the very end, because the majority of the people that live in my neighborhood are, you know, more mature adults. They're older. They're 70, 80, right? So a lot of them have their grandkids up there for the summer, but then, you know, they don't want to, like, there's also people that want to come up there and enjoy the pool and they don't want to have to deal with kids. There's a lot of people actually that go really early and swim laps. The pool's really small. It's like, if you saw my vlogs last year where I was at the pool, it's literally like a backyard pool. It's nice. It's really nice. I was thinking that today when I was leaving our neighborhood. Like, you know, our neighborhood is, so there's only like, I always say like 60, but I think it's almost probably more like 40. We live in a really small, if even 40, we live in a really small condo community, and it's around 2 lakes. And but the community that we're in, like, is also like within, like, it's not like you go down the street and you turn off a major road and it's there. Like, we're hidden behind, like, we're hidden within another suburb, right? Or like within a little housing area. And the housing area that we're in is like a really nice housing area, like $500,000 to $1 million homes, who, like, it has been around for 20 or 30 years, well, 50 years probably. And the people that move in, so it's constantly young professionals that are between like 30 and 45 with young kids, and then when they get to a certain age they move out, and so like, and then new younger people, so it's constantly younger people in that neighborhood. I would say actually more 30 to 60. There's some people in there that have stayed that are a little bit older. But it's huge mature trees, huge, like, mature, using that for everything. It's huge lawns, and everybody keeps the houses really, really nice. I mean, everybody's yards are, you know, spectacular, and they keep our neighborhood association keeps it really, really nice too. Even though our association fees are outlandish, and outrageous, they do a really nice job of keeping our neighborhood, like, I mean, it's spotless, and we have gorgeous plants and flowers and trees. Our whole neighborhood is filled with huge mature trees. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like a neighborhood where you go through and like even though it's a condo neighborhood even, where everything looks exactly the same, and they've painted buildings different colors, but all kind of the same theme, and they've kept the lakes nice. We have to pay like every other summer to do this like lake restoration and stuff. Even though we don't live on the lakes, we all have to do that. They keep the pool and the tennis courts really, really nice. So, you know, I mean, like, I feel grateful for that, because it's a beautiful neighborhood. It really, really is. And, you know, I was up there tonight at the pool, and I was like, my eyes were itching. And I was doing handstands, and I was kind of floating in the pool, and the moon was beautiful, and it kind of backs up against this woods, and the tennis courts and stuff. It's just really pretty. And, I don't know. I said some of my prayers and some of my gratitudes while I was in the pool. I always feel very spiritual when I'm in water. I don't know why. My hair also, can I just tell you that whenever I get some sun, it just looks whiter and whiter and whiter. I'm dying for a Diet Coke or something to drink. Where am I at on time? So yeah, I came home, and then that's what we did. Tomorrow night we are going to this thing that I absolutely love going to, and so Alex's boss for years has like had something to do with this whole event, and so the first year we went as guests with them, and now he always just gets tickets, and it's called the American Songbook, and it's like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I would say like the 20 maybe, I think it's 20 top teenage singers in the country. But it's not like American Idol. It's the American Songbook. And I don't really know how to explain it unless you've like, they explain it like every year. But it's like show tunes and Barbara Streisand songs and Frank Sinatra songs. It's like all that old-timey kind of music. And these kids are like, okay, think show choir, best soloist, best show choir in your state, best soloist, okay? And then maybe better than them. I mean, these kids are unbelievable. And it's usually like 10 guys and 10 girls. And then what they do is it's a contest. And so the last night, which is tomorrow night that we're going to, I can't remember how many it is. Maybe it's 10. I feel like it's 20. I don't know. It seems like it's a lot. And I think that they like halfway through, they like cut it down. And so it like starts with 20 and then it goes to 10 or something like that. I don't know. They're very much like a pageant. You know, I love a pageant. But so they go through and they sing 2 numbers. And usually one's upbeat and usually one is slow. And I mean, it is incredible. I mean, incredible. And this isn't like, I mean, when you go there, it is like really serious adults in Indianapolis that really like are into music and stuff like that. Hold on a second.
Sorry for the inconvenience, but our system is currently down.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
How rude. Look, but apparently the system is not down for these people. Yeah, system down my ass. But anyway, it's like, so it's like, oh, and then they also do, like, they induct people into the American Songbook. There's a huge dinner that they do. I think the dinner is tonight. We went to it the first year. We haven't gone to it since. Now I have to go back the way that I came, go to the other McDonald's, which, yeah, so whatever. I wish I should have just gone to that McDonald's. I passed it as I was coming here. I don't know why I didn't go there. But they always induct somebody into like the, like Liza Minnelli one year was inducted into the Hall of Fame. And then they have like, the judges are like really serious people. What is going on with this tonight that is like giving me all kinds of problems? So anyway, we're doing that tomorrow night, and we're going with Alex's mom and grandma, and that will be really fun. And then Sunday, we have brunch, and then we're going to see The Lion King with Melissa and Jason, which we're super excited about. Well, Alex is super excited. I'm excited. I mean, I love to go see a movie, period. But or like group texts, like they're going crazy. They're like, oh my god, let's go see The Lion King. Oh my god, we have to go see The Lion King. I'm like, okay. So Alex is like, do you want to go to the 12:30 show on Sunday? I was like, absolutely not. I want to sleep in on Sunday. Are you kidding me? No, to go see a movie? No thanks, I'm okay. He goes, okay. What time's good for you? I said, what are my options? Well, I want to go to brunch too on Sunday. I don't want to just go see a movie. This is what kills me. Whenever it's a movie that I want to see, like some kind of scary movie, it's going to stop. Hold on a second. Okay, the last time, nobody wanted to go see, I wanted to go see Monn, that movie with Octavia Spencer. And Melissa and Jason were like, oh, we'll pass. And this is what they said. They go, but if we were going to go see Rocket Man, we would definitely go. And Alex was like, yeah, we should go see Rocket Man. And I go, let's just go out to dinner. I don't even care. I just wanted to see Monn. I don't really care to go see Rocket Man. So, nobody ever wants to see my movies. I wanted to see Monn. Is it out on cable yet, or DVD, or Redbox, or whatever? Because I'm ready to watch Monn. Monn! I heard it's good. I heard the trailer shows everything though, but isn't that just like every other movie in the world? I don't know. I can smell my hair product. It smells so good. So we're doing that on Sunday, and then we are coming home after the movie and brunch, and then I have the reading rush. I don't know what is going on with this camera, why it won't just like sit there tonight. But I have to say, can we talk about the beanbag for a second? I mean, that beanbag is fantastic, is it not? I really haven't had any problems with the camera. It may have rolled like once or twice. It may have rolled like once or twice, since I got the beanbag, but are any of you guys, oh shoot, what was I gonna ask you? Are any of you guys Veronica Mars fans? Like, so many people are talking about Veronica Mars online, and I don't know anything about it. Do you guys know anything about Veronica Mars? I think my husband watches it, but I'm not sure. He watches that Jessica Jones, who I said to him tonight, or yesterday, I said, oh, is that Jennifer Jones? And he goes, Jennifer Jones? Who's that? I was like, isn't that what your show is called, Jennifer Jones? And then, like, later in the night, I forgot. I was like, oh, Jennifer Jones from Summer of 42. And I was going to tell him, but I knew that he wouldn't care, right? So anyway, I didn't tell him. Whatever happened to her? She was kind of like, looked a little bit like that Jane Seymour, didn't she? I loved Jane Seymour back in the day. Did you ever see the movie Somewhere in Time? Oh my God, I love that movie so much. What was I talking about? The beanbag. Oh, the reading rush, the reading rush, the reading rush. The reading rush starts on Sunday. We're 48 hours away, less than 48 hours away to the reading rush. I am so excited. I cannot wait for the reading rush. I have all my books ready. I have to go get some special coffees and things like that. But other than that, I'm really excited about it. I am so excited. Sunday night, I'm just going to be reading. And yeah. And I think that's about it. And then tomorrow night, Alex is going out. I was going to do a live stream tonight. But I said to Alex, I go, well, are you going to want to go out to dinner with your mom and grandma after? I can't remember who we went to this American Songbook thing with last year. I think we went with maybe his boss. I don't remember. Anyway, we've gone so many years. It's so much fun. Did we even go last year, or did we miss last year? I think we went last year. Or maybe we went the year before and we missed last year. I don't know. But anyway, I was like, do you want to go out to dinner with your mom and grandma afterwards? Because there's a lot of really cute restaurants. It's at the Palladium in Chicago. The Palladium in Chicago. It's at the Palladium in Carmel, Indiana. And it's this gorgeous place to go into. And I mean, it's really, like, Sting sings there when he comes. And it's just really amazing acoustics inside this place. And there's a lot of really cute restaurants around there, too. There's like a little tapas restaurant called Divi right there. And there's some really great, fun little restaurants. And so I was like, downtown Carmel is so adorable. We went over there for 4th of July. And they have like, okay, so there's this brewery here called Sun King Brewery. And they have a Sun King Brewery, but when you go in, it's like, okay, so I don't even know how to explain this. Indianapolis is kind of like really... pulled it together a little bit. So we have this Monn Trail thing, right? Which goes from downtown all the way through the north side. Well, the Monn Trail goes through, if I swear to God, if I drive through this place and they tell me that they're out of service or whatever right now and there's a car in the line, I'm gonna be pissed. So anyway, this Monn Trail, it like is like a walk, right? And people walk on it, and they run on it, and they bike on it, and they do all kinds, walk their dogs and all kinds of stuff. Well, it goes up through Carmel, and when you, to the right, like when you're walking on it, there's restaurants off of it. Well, now the Sun King Brewery, it, oh my God, I have not had a cheeseburger, like a real cheeseburger in so long. But anyway, the Sun King Brewery, that they like show movies outside. Like the other night, they were showing A League of Their Own when Alex and his friend went there, and they went and like had some beers, and they were like eating dinner there. But they have this food court inside, and it's like all upscale food. It's like, it's really nice Mexican restaurant. When we were there for 4th of July, I got nachos from this Mexican restaurant, and so did Alex, but he got a different kind because he got chicken on his, and I just got mine vegetarian. Hold on, please. Can I get a large Diet Coke, please?
Yes. Would that be all?
That's it.
Alright, take a look out.
This girl has literally worked here forever. Look at all my $1 bills for my meeting donation money. I have another $1 bill. She's so sweet, but she gets like real overwhelmed real quick. It's so funny. Sometimes I'll be like, how are you doing tonight, sweetie? And she'll be like, oh my Lord, I am so overwhelmed tonight. I don't know. They've been coming through and coming through and coming through. Anyway, it's this real cute area. So I was kind of hoping Alex would want to go out to dinner tomorrow night. But it's like one of his really good friends. Her birthday was last week, and they were like planning her birthday. I talked about it on here even. They were planning her birthday, and I think I talked about it on here. But she ended up having to go out of town. So, oh my God, I found another $1. So they didn't have her birthday party going out or whatever. So I have so many doulars. I call them doulars. Tanya's always like, do you need a doular for the meeting? I'm like, no, Tanya, I don't have doulars. I usually try to get like $5 or $10 a week and just keep it in my car for meetings. Did she say 9? Yeah. So anyway, they didn't end up having her birthday, so she's having it. Do you know what? Can I just tell you? Okay, so they're having a birthday tomorrow night. They're all going out for a birthday tomorrow night. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I didn't need to keep on talking about it forever and ever, amen. So I just bought these the other day. Do you remember me telling you about it? Okay, no. These are not the ones I just bought. Well, anyway, I showed you the new glasses that I bought. My old glasses are right here. And can I just show you that the thing is gone from it. And I knew there was a reason why I needed new ones. Oh, I'm sorry. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
Good.
There you go.
Thank you. I don't even know why I'm keeping them. So anyway, needless to say, I'm glad that I bought new ones. Are these my new ones? These are my new ones. I got them for $37. They were on sale. And then I have these two that Alex got me. They sent me a bunch of pairs. Y'all remember that? Key did. They sent me a ton of pairs back in the day. And half of them I really liked. And half of them I gave away. I gave Tanya a pair. I can't remember who else I gave a pair to. We gave Alex's mom a pair. I think I can't remember who else I gave a pair to. I gave a couple subscribers pairs and sent them to them. I don't remember. I think what did I do with the rest of them? Anyway, I really like them. They're very comfortable. They look great. They're not super expensive. The longevity of them is not great. I will say that. Like, they do kind of like I've sat on them, like if you sit on them or you like put them in the wrong thing, they're done for. They're just done. But they sent me a bunch of them and I can't remember what happened to them. So anyway, a couple of them we still have at home, but they're kind of like some really out there styles that like we didn't wear. Alex has worn a couple of them. I think I have another pair in here. I did. Oh, look, I have another pair in here. Oh, I forgot about these. These are some of my favorites right here. And this is the pair that I think I gave Alex's mom, with the metal ones. Can we just talk about those for a second? Hello. Aren't those so cute? These are so comfortable. Like, if you want a really comfortable pair of sunglasses, these are so comfortable. They also usually have really good sales, I would say. Here's my Ray-Bans, which I haven't worn for years. are these? Oh, these are the ones I thought I gave his mom. I guess I didn't. Look at those. Hello. These are really comfortable too. I wear my sunglasses at night. I think these are the ones I took out of my old car and put in here. Anyway. It doesn't matter. Do you guys like Lady Gaga? She's alright, I guess. I'm joking, I love her. I was watching this show. I don't know what the show is called, but the one... It's like this husband and wife, and they're like entertainment attorneys. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? And they do like gossip. It's like an Entertainment Tonight, but it's like legal stuff. It was real interesting, although they're kind of like off-putting to me a little bit, honestly. Like, they're not real interesting for me to watch. But anyway, so it's this guy and his wife, and I mean, they're real nice, they're fine or whatever, but it's just like a talk show, not a talk show, like a, you know, like a gossip show or whatever. And the one I was watching was on Britney Spears, and I guess this is the whole thing about that Free Britney Spears, which in all honesty, I didn't really understand what that was all about. I really didn't. And so the show was all about her, is it called a conservatism, or not conservatism, whatever he had over her. Like, her dad has, I don't want to misquote this, and I know that somebody is going to put it in the comment section, so let me just pull in here and look it up, because I don't want to say what it's not, and I'll be talking about it for the next 15 minutes, and you guys will be like shouting at the screen. It starts with a C, and it's not covenant, and it's not conservative. I don't know what it is called. Here, I'll pull in here to... There used to be this restaurant right over here called Mongolian Beef. I don't know if you guys, if it's a chain and you have one there, but let me just tell you, what is it called now? Donuts and Dragons. What is that? What is Donuts and Dragons? I want to go to a place called Donuts and Dragons. But anyway, there used to be this place where Donuts and Dragons is. It's called Mongolian Barbecue or Mongolian Grill. And you would go through the line and you would pick out like sprouts and rice and this stuff, and then they would fry it up for you. It was so good. I do not know why it went under. Okay. Britney Spears. I know some of you out there are like, Peter, it's called, I don't know what it's called, so I'm looking at it. I was so close. Conservatorship. Making sense of the Britney Spears conservatorship and hashtag free Britney. Okay. So, she basically, like, the judge put her underneath a conservatorship so that her dad makes, like, decisions for her because of mental health issues. But what they were saying in this show, I want to know what this place is called. This is too fantastic a place to be called Donuts and Dragons. I mean, to tell you, can we just talk about this for a second? Look at this place. Donuts and Dragons. Look at that. What is it? Is it a coffee shop? I don't even know. Closed? No trespassing? It's not even open yet. It looks like a little coffee shop. I'm gonna park right here on the fire lane and look at it. Have you guys ever heard of this place before? This is like one of those places that will be so cute and then it'll be closed real quick. They sell donuts weird though. Donuts. Oh, it must be a chain. Okay. Donuts and Dragons. Oh, there's only one right here. Donuts and Dragons to open in Indianapolis. Here's what it is. And there's a picture right here of right where we're sitting. How weird is that? Can we just talk about that for a second? I'm literally sitting right there. I'm just sitting right where they're... That is so weird! Oh my god. Okay. A coming soon sign hanging on a vacant brick building in Northeast Indianapolis has people talking. It might have something to do with the name, Donuts and Dragons. The strip mall spot at 82nd Street and Clearwater Lane is attracting attention from social media users, especially fans of Gen Con and role-playing games, including Dungeons and Dragons. The owner of the business, Blake W25, was surprised by the reaction. It's kind of shocking, he said. I didn't even post anything about the business. Yesterday is the first time I posted on Twitter. And a friend from high school texted me and told me we're talking about it and showed me the tweet. It had 10,000 likes and 2,000 retweets. I was blown away by it. Said it was fun reading through their comments. He said people generally got a twist of the business, which he hopes to open in July. Mashup concept, donut shop, beer bar, and extensive board game library. The idea for the eclectic concept came about gradually. He used to buy and sell Magic the Gathering cards with a finance major, found it difficult to scale and do full time, so he decided to open his own business. Grew up baking when his mom taught him how to... I wonder when it opens. It doesn't look like it's opening anytime soon. The owners want Donuts and Dragons to feel a little bit like a library with a fantasy element. Grays, blues, and golds will be the main color scheme, with plenty of tables throughout for game playing. 2 private rooms that can hold up to 20 people will be available for special events. Do y'all want to see what it looks like inside? I'm like already in the fire lane. Let me just pull over here. Look at this cute little salon right next door. You can go get your games, and then you can go... How do I turn on my hazard lights? Alex told me. I forget my new car. Oh, right there. Okay, let's go look. Are you excited? Oh my god. Okay. I always roll my window down because I'm afraid that I'm gonna lock myself out of my car, except for my windows. My keys are in my pocket. Okay, so this is it. It's called Donuts and Dragons. Looks real cute inside. Oh look, they already have their games. Do you see? There's games up here. Do you see? Let me show you. So this is where you're gonna want to play your games. Over there, that's the game wall. You see? Look, games. How cool is that? And then that's where you're gonna get your donuts and your beer. It's cute. I think it's real cute. I'm impressed. I want to come. Everybody should reach out to closed, no trespassing. Everybody should reach out to them and tell them to have me for the opening. Oh, there's more games over there. Can you see? I want to come to the opening. They look like they have a bunch of beer. They have all these taps back there. You can't see it, but like right there. You want to hear what's so funny about this? Did you leave that beer at Donuts and Dragons? Like, you know, truly, I am not obviously a beer drinker because I've been sober. We don't need to be that close. I've been sober for 24 and a half years, so you guys know that I'm not a beer drinker. This Herculean prep right here that somebody in Indianapolis started, I think. Is that, I don't know, maybe it's a franchise. I have wanted to try it so much, but they do not have vegetarian meal prep. It's like a whole meal prepping place. Do you guys see? You can't see. But you go in there and you buy your meals. See? They have them at my gym too, and I've wanted to try them, but they don't have vegetarian ones. I'm almost positive they don't. Let's look on here and see. But anyway, I haven't drank beer in 24 and a half years. Over that. But I do love a good donut. I think we all know that. But I don't know that I would want to go and have a donut and beer. I don't know that that sounds really good to me. Herculean. Oh my god, is this a meal prep? Is it a franchise? No, this is the only one. It can't be. Our story. Menu. Let's see their menu. Their menus look good, but see, they don't have, it's all poultry, breakfast, beef, pork, keto, and fish. Yeah. I've had a couple of my friends do it and they said they're really, really good. Anyway, I can't do it because I'm a vegetarian, so. Well, I want to go to that Donut and Dragons place just for the name alone. Although, if it were me, I would have, like, big plush velvet seats and have it be really dark inside. And I don't know that I would put it in this little strip mall right like that. Nobody's asking my opinion anyway, are they? They're like, Peter, we don't really care. This place, District Tap, right here, that we go to sometimes. We go here with Melissa and Jason. They have the best macaroni and cheese and the best wedge salad in the entire world. Of course, which I get with no bacon. And this Luciano's Mexican restaurant is nasty. Nasty. When I go to a Mexican restaurant, if you can't sell me on your queso, I'm done. Like, seriously, if you are a Mexican restaurant and you don't have good queso, there's no reason to stay. There's this chain here in town. It's more like Tex-Mex, and it's called Chuy's, and I absolutely love it. It's like my favorite, like Mexican, but it's totally Tex-Mex, but I love it. I don't really care. It stopped. I didn't even know it was at the end. Man, I'm talky-talky tonight. Walkie-talkie, talky-talkie. So yeah, I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow night, I think, when I get home from the American Songbook. I always download a bunch of music whenever I go to it. I know it's hard to believe, but I like really do love a lot of that music, like that Frank Sinatra, like. And I wasn't even really raised on that music. Like, my mom liked it, right? But, like, I wasn't even really raised on that. But, like, I remember the very first time that I went to Vegas. And, so this would have been 2001. The very first time I went to Las Vegas was 2002 or 3. And, my ex and I went. And I was so excited, and I'd never gone, and I wanted to go. And one of the things I was really, really excited about seeing was the Fountains of the Bellagio, because I had seen Ocean's 11 or whatever, and I wanted to see that. Like, I was so excited about seeing it, because at the very end, you know, like, they're standing in front of the fountains. When we went and saw it, now they play, I mean, they play all kinds of stuff. It just kind of depends when you go there. You can still hear the songs I'm going to talk about. They do play them. But I feel like the last couple times I've gone, they play like Celine Dion. They've played like, I've heard, like, I never get to hear the songs I want to hear, but I've had to hear that, like, I feel like a woman, like 3 times, like, since the last couple times I've been there. And Shania Twain, like, they're always playing Shania Twain. They do a lot of country. They do, like, one, like, patriotic song. But the first time that I ever went, we waited and saw 2. So, like, they do a song and then they come back and they do, like, another song. And the first song that they did was that dun 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 by Andre Bocelli. Oh my god, it's like one of my favorite songs. Anyway, Time to Say Goodbye by Andre Bocelli. And then the second one, when it came back, or vice versa, I can't remember, but it was Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra. And I love Frank Sinatra, and I'm obsessed with that song. And I don't know, I just, like, Vegas has such a weird feeling to me. Like, I'm like, when I go to Vegas, I still get the vibe of like old school Vegas. Like I still feel that, you know? And I don't know what it is about Vegas or all that. I mean, I just love all of that feeling about Vegas and old school Vegas and all that kind of stuff. And at the time, the last time I said this, somebody told me what the show was called, and now I can't remember, and I want to watch it. I think it was called Casino or something. But it was about these group of investors, and they were redoing the Golden Nugget. And Matt Dusk, who I actually have some of his music downloaded, he was their like lounge singer that they were gonna have. And real great singer, real attractive guy. And so they were redoing the Golden Nugget, which is in Old Vegas. And I don't know what happened to that, but we went to because I was like obsessed with that show. I watched every episode. Do you guys remember, I don't know what made me think about this right now, but do you guys remember that show? Oh my God, I was obsessed. I used to watch the show back in the day. I used to watch so much TV and so much reality TV. Do you guys remember that? I've never been to that North End barbecue. Somebody told me it's really good though. But anyway, I'm in Nora right now if you live in Indianapolis. Hi. Okay, if you live in Nora. Somebody that used to watch my vlog lived right around here because they would say, oh my God, you just passed me by. But do you remember that show? And I do not remember what it was called, but it was like on TLC because I used to watch Little People, Little World, and I loved that Little People, Big World, or whatever that show was called. I loved that show until they like started getting angry and going through a divorce and they hated each other. Like then I stopped watching it. Like long before that, they just seemed like two like really bitter people, and they just seemed really angry, and I didn't understand why we were continuing to watch it. So anyway, like why the show was even on. They were so angry at each other. The roll-offs, do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, so I loved that show forever, and I thought they were very wholesome, and I loved that show. They lived on a pumpkin patch farm, and I just thought the whole thing was so nice. I loved it. But I used to also watch that show that was about the family that ran the funeral home. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And the one girl was the embalmer. I loved that show so much. It was like a reality show, but it was like a family that owned a funeral business. It was so good. I cannot remember what the show was called. All these great reality shows. See, like today, like back then, I feel like reality shows were just like showing glimpses of, there's a Tesla in front of me. If you have a Tesla, no offense, but I am not a big Tesla fan. Are you guys Tesla fans? I'm just not like, I don't ever look at a Tesla and I'm like, oh my God, I have to have that. But I'm just not like really a car person like that either. But anyway, reality shows back in the day didn't seem like they had to try as hard. You know what I mean? Like even when I was talking about the one the other day, and then somebody commented on it and said it was called The Colony, that Oprah and Gayle went and visited, and there was a couple of them. There's a couple ones called The Colony or something like that, I don't know, where like one was where people came here, and it was like when people first came to America, and they recreated it. It was like Prairie Times and all that kind of stuff. It was such a great show. Like I don't feel like back in the day, like we had to try so hard for reality shows to have like the most outrageous personality, the most outrageous. Like Alex is watching a show, I was talking about this last night, I think, called X on the Beach or something. I don't know what the show is called. He watches that too. The one where it's like the 16 bisexual people, and they all meet up in this house, and they live there, and they took this test before to see which one of them are a perfect match. Okay, well, first of all, the idea that we're sending this message out into the world that if you just mixed 16 people together, that there are 8 perfect matches is such bullshit. Okay, let's just be for real, right? What is a perfect match, first of all? I don't know that I think that there are any perfect matches, and I'm not trying to be disillusioned. I'm just saying that I think, you know, that over time what you realize is it's a lot of work is what it is. But you don't just throw two people in a house together and go, oh, you're a perfect match. So then they have to like lock it into place. It's so corny. And then I find myself sitting there watching it, and I ask myself, why are you watching this? It's like the other night when I like sat down and watched the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, and I could not tear myself away from it, partly because I love Erica Jane. But I have to say I do love Kyle too. She's not my favorite, but I do like her. Lisa Vanderpump, bad move, not coming for the reunion. I don't respect that. And I'm a Lisa Vanderpump fan too, and I didn't like that. But anyway, and I think she was done a little wrong on the whole thing. But anyway, we're not going to get into all that because I don't know all the details about it either. And so anyway, and Dory is not my favorite. I don't know why. Do you ever find that, like, on these reality shows, we all have our favorites and we don't know why we have our favorites? But so Alex watches that reality show where you, like, lock into place, are you a perfect match? And he's like, this is so weird. He's like, they're not ever going to have, like, 8 perfect matches. I'm like, none of them, I mean, like, just because you put 16 people in a house doesn't mean that they're perfect matches. Like, what does that even mean, you know? And then I think you're sending this message out to the world that, I don't know, the whole thing is... I guess they're all like, they all identify different, is what they all identify as. I mean, the show is like, as far as a show for diversity, it is really a great show for diversity. But past that, like, I think it's rather unrealistic. I don't know, I kind of miss realistic reality shows, you know, if that were ever the thing. The Hills. Oh my god, that whole thing was faked. Laguna Beach. Did you ever watch Laguna Beach? I did. The first season of Laguna Beach was kind of sweet, and I remember when they were all leaving for college and leaving to go away and whatever. I'm trying to think of what other reality shows I watched growing up. This car is like driving up in this lane and has a purpose. So you just pass me by so you don't ride that person's tail. Okay. Damn, look at them. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I watched. You know, it's hard to say, like, I will say this is one thing about getting older. You know, people always, like, on my main channel, my Peter Monn channel, I don't know, this is my main channel tonight. But anyway, they'll say, how did you remember this song? Or how did you remember this? Sometimes I don't, you know, unless, like, somebody will say something to me that reminds me of it. Or if, like, the song comes on the radio or, you know, comes on my iTunes or whatever. Like, often I'll forget songs, you know. And then I'll be like, oh my god, that song, I forgot all about that song. And, or a movie or something like that, you know. What was the song I was playing that came up on my iTunes the other day? Well, I love this song by Michelle Shocked called Alaska. And it was a song that my friends and I used to sing in, when we were in high school. Michelle Shocked is a folk singer. It's a great song. You should look it up. And, I can't sing it because, you know, how that goes on YouTube. But, like, every once in a while I'll think of something, like a show, like just now. I think because, I don't know what made me think about that funeral home show, but I used to watch it. Like, I avidly watched that. And that's what's weird as you get older, like, you kind of forget some things that you, like, did avidly for a while, you know? Like, I used to read every, like, James Patterson book that came out. I was looking through this book that I still haven't finished, The Quickie. It's so bad, you guys. And, like, at the front of it, it had, like, all of his new ones that came out, like Sail and The Beach and whatever. And I was like, I read every single one of these. Like, I've read every single one of these. I read them all back in the day. I got the hardback. I paid my $26 or whatever it was up at the Kroger grocery store with my frozen pizza. And I read every single one of these. I remembered it. I remember, like, when I opened it, and the back of it said something about the name of the family was the Dunns on the sailboat one. I was like, I remember that, because it was said, like, Undone or something, and I was like, I remember this book. The dad, like, dies, or they think he's dead or something. Or the rest of the family dies, or something like that. But anyway, I was like, I remember all this. You ain't fooling this one. But it is funny, like, you know, when I was talking on here one night about, I used to go to the library. I used to and rent the Ramona Quimby movies. I did that, like, so that was like a Sunday thing. I would go, and there was some limit. I can't remember what it was back in the day, but like at the library, you could only take out like 2 DVD. Well, this was before DVDs. Well, maybe like right when DVDs started coming out. But it was like 2 VCR tapes or whatever at a time. So I would take out like the Ramona Quimby ones, which there's like a movie that came out of it called Ramona and Me or something, but this is not, that's not what I'm talking about. And I can remember, you guys, like seriously, I think I was between like some boyfriend or something because I was real lonely. And I remember watching them, and I got them from the library, and I can remember one night like sitting there eating, like watching it, and I made like a can, like I went to the grocery store and got like homemade chicken noodle soup, but it wasn't really. And then I made like that Jiffy cornbread. I used to love that Jiffy cornbread stuff. Oh my God, they have good blueberry muffins too. And apple something, I think. But I just wanted the idea of home again. You know, like I missed that idea of home. And I think, like, Alex allows me that. Like, you know, that is one thing I will say. That Alex is the first person that I've been with in a relationship that we can like go out, or he can go out, or we can go on these trips, and we can stay in nice hotels, and we can have this kind of fun in life where we go to music festivals. But he also very much loves nesting as well, you know? And so do I. And so I get to do both of those, and I think there's something for me like that is so attractive to the homey, simple life. I think if you watch this channel long enough by now, you probably know that. And there's something that's very attractive about that to me. You know, that I think that when I was growing up, I had glimpses of that were then taken away because of my mother's drinking. Or I would have glimpses of it at my dad's house, but I wasn't there permanently. And so I never really had this idea of a permanent home, if that makes sense. And so I think to some degree, I'm kind of trying to create that in my life today, this idea of a permanent home, you know, and I'm constantly nesting. Like today, I spent like 40 minutes cleaning the kitchen, you know, and putting stuff away. And I'm always cleaning and thinking, okay, I want to do this and I want to do that. And of course I don't get to half of it, you know, but it's like I'm thinking that way. Like today I was thinking like, okay, when we get back from Vegas, the next thing I want to do is I want to go through and I want to start picking projects that we want to do in this house and getting this house exactly how we want it. You know, like that's the next thing I really want to do. And we've been saying it long enough, we need to get it done. And then I want to, you know, yeah, and just do that. Like, I'm so happy with my patio this year that I actually put plants out there and I'm actually using it and sitting outside and enjoying it. Like, I'm so happy that I'm doing that, you know, and plants on the front porch. And I'm not even sitting out on the front porch as much which I usually do, because I'm sitting out on the back patio. And I do think that next year I'll get rid of the glider and I'll get 2 new chairs out there. And I may even do that this fall, you know. I don't feel as attached to the glider anymore as I did before. I kind of want chairs, those glide chairs, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the patio year might be a good year to buy those. So as we go into fall, I might buy those and some big mums. We'll see. I wish I had bought the chairs that I saw at Costco, because they were literally like $450 for 2 chairs and a table. And then I would just have that out there and I could just, it would be so nice. And they were like glider chairs, you know? With all of could then have those 2 chairs out there. And then I think in the fall I'm gonna get 2 mums. And then Alex and I were talking about all the new bedding that we want to get and stuff like that. Tonight I took all of the sheets and the bedding off, and I put all new sheets and new bedding on our bed, so I get to get into it tonight, and it'll be so nice. Look how crazy thick my hair is, you guys. This is like my dad's hair. He has such thick hair. Look at that. Like, this is literally just like out of the shower or two. I never ever thought in my life that I would be happy that I had white silver hair. I mean, it ages the shit out of me. It really does. Like, I see people that are my age that I'm friends with, and I'm like, oh my God, I look like 50 years older than you. But the funny thing is that, like, people will stop me and they'll be like, I really want your color of hair. Like, how do you do your, I'm like, it's called age, first of all, okay? But it really isn't. Like, there's a lot of people that are my age that don't have white or silver hair. I don't hate it. I sometimes wish it was a little bit more silver. Anyway, yeah, I love that idea of nesting, you know, and the simple life. And I remember getting those Ramona movies, and they made me feel like that. You know, I remember watching them, and because I had read those books when I was a kid, or some of the books, you know, the Beverly Cleary books, and I just felt so homey, like watching those shows. And I have some other shows like that have made me... Dawson's Creek used to make me feel that way. I know that sounds crazy, but I remember watching Dawson's Creek back in the day, and I actually have all of the seasons on DVDs, and I thought about going back and watching it a couple years ago, but there was something about... Like, I remember watching Dawson's Creek and being devastated with the mom and dad, like, I think it was, like, even just, like, it was really early, too, like, in the second season or whatever, but they went through, like, a divorce and whatever. Do you remember that? But I loved Dawson's Creek. I thought it was homey, you know, and... I don't know, maybe that's what I've perpetually been doing my entire life, is looking for the perfect home, you know? The safe place, a nice safe place. Maybe that's what I've been doing, is looking for home. Looking for my home. Creating it. So anyway, let me know what shows you watch, or if you relate to that feeling of needing like a little nice home, you know? And if you know what that funeral show is called, let me know too, because I'd kind of be interested to go back and watch a couple episodes of those. I bet they're online somewhere. Alright, you guys, listen, I'm going to get off here now, and I want to listen to my audiobooks. I got to get some of it done before Sunday, and I'm getting down to the wire. I'm actually, I don't know how far into it I am at. I think I'm like right at 2 hours or something, but, so I'm going to get off here now. I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday, unless you have other plans, but don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun. Do something exciting. Do one thing that you take one risk today in your life. Try one new thing. And I was going to give you another assignment. I'm doing the magic book again. I went back and I started over. So today was day 1. Tomorrow is day 2. So yeah, take one risk today. Do something you wouldn't normally do. Say hello to a stranger on the street. Smile at a stranger. Do something nice. And yeah. And if no one else has told you this today, I love you. Look in the mirror. I love you. Tell yourself that every day. Believe it. And I don't really need to look in the mirror when I'm looking right at myself right now. So I guess I don't need to do that in the future, just so you know. And pass it on. Tell somebody else, you know. And you gotta love yourself before you can love somebody else. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.